of the silence, the sugar-coated lies. Another headline screaming behind vacant eyes. They build up their walls so high and so strong, but the truth's gonna break through before too long. Every single day, the same damn old game, pointing all the fingers, nobody takes the blame. This pressure's building, it's starting to crack. Ain't no turning back now, ain't no holding back. I'm about to say it, yeah, I'm about to scream. Tired of the fake smiles, living in a dream. The real life's bleeding out in the cold. Gotta break the mold, gotta let it unfold. I'm about to say it, every single word. The uncomfortable truth finally gonna be heard. I'm gonna say it.
Grand Rising, everyone. Grand Rising. Hey, beautiful. How you doing this morning? Listen, before we start today's show, let me give y'all some words of encouragement. Focus on what is. Don't invest in what ain't. And I'm here to tell you, whatever you do, understand, there's a hater out there hating on you, and they trying to stop you, but they can't. All right? Know that. Know that, okay? Keep that with you. Keep that with you. The main objective is you got to love yourself. You got to love yourself, right? And in loving yourself, that entitles you have to make sure that you go and get your 12 jewels. What is your 12 jewels? I'm sure you're asking. It's knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to help you achieve freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and shelter. After that, love, peace, and happiness. So if that's not your ultimate goal, every day when you wake up, you're not doing it right. You're not doing life right. All right? That's what I want to convey to y'all in the beginning, before we even get started. And now we'll let Sister Bernice take us to our disclaimer.
Welcome to hashtag I'm Gonna Say It. All things said in today's show are alleged and for entertainment and educational purposes only. If you are below the age of 18, we request that you leave alive now. Enjoy.
Appreciate that. And shout out to Jenny. It says you've watched live for 100 minutes. Now, I think that count might be a little off. All right. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Jenny, you done rock with me since this beginning, right? So I know it's more than 100. I don't know where it got that from. But I want to make sure we go ahead and give it up to you though. But I think they jipping you on your time. Deb, you made it in the building. How you doing? She said, do I really have to leave? I think we can. You're an exception. You're an exception. You can stay. You can be under 18 and stay, Deb. Jenny says, bruh, it's way off, but I'm going to take it. I know that's right. Look, hey, the book, I mean, TikTok must be on one, because that count does not equate to what I know. All right? It's not. All right, listen, y'all. I'm gonna try to get through this without talking your head off, but yet making sure we cover some topics that we need to cover, because I have somebody that's gonna be calling later, and they need some advice on some things, and I want to make sure that I make myself available for them. Not slighting to you all. You know, I love you all. I love you all. But I just want to make sure that the person that's needing the advice, I want to make sure that I can be there for them and make sure I can keep them calm in what they're going through and stuff like that. All right. So and if it comes down to where they call before we end the broadcast, I may just have to just mute my mic and handle that real quick. But I'm asking for your forgiveness in having to do so. I do try to conduct a professional and a classy broadcast on here. You know. Jenny said, "Did you hear on Straight Facts Live Renee and her experience with Dump?" No, it kept kicking me out. So I got to a point where I just got frustrated and left on my own. And then too, I was having some issues with TikTok this morning, anyways. So I didn't hear it, but I need you to let me know. Let me know what was said on that. I missed it. I hate that I missed it. Like I heard him going into it, but then I had, like I said, I kept getting kicked off, and then I come back on and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So before we get started, I'm gonna do the PSA because I do have my moderators in here that will not play with me. All right. So we got two of the matter of fact. I'm gonna pin it. I'm gonna pin it so you can see it because it's a Palm Sun something, and I can't remember what it was called, but I'm a Palm Breeze. Oh, Pink Tech, you sent one. Thank you so much, Pink Tech. I'm sorry, love. I didn't even see that. Caribbean Queen, thank you. Thank you for that, Caribbean Queen. All right. Okay, we knocked that out before we got started. Okay. Y'all not playing no games today. Y'all with it. Okay. Okay. We'll set a new one. But remember, guys, it's important that we make sure we hit the goals in here. And again, I share this with you all, but we are in the group C4 right now. We are in group C4 right now. And I would love for us to make it to C3 by the end of the week. And then I would love for us to continuously keep elevating each week as we go on. All right. I would like for that to happen. That's the goal. That's the overall goal. Like I said, if we do that, then we get moved up in the group. The higher we get in the groups, my man Demetrius, welcome in, brother. How you doing? Thank you for those gold boxing gloves. The more, thank you for that heart me, Pink Tech. I appreciate it, love. I mean, a heart me flex. I appreciate that, love. The more that we get pushed out into that, the more we meet our goals and stuff like that, then they'll put us out into a higher group. The higher the group we get in, the more we can have leadway with this content that we do on here. Okay? And so that's why that's important. Also, when you do send heart me's, please go and click the orange heart right above the logo picture here. It's an orange heart right here. Click that. Do your daily activities that it's requesting you to do and claim your points. Okay? How do we do it? How do we go to group C3? Is what you're asking, love? Is that the question you was asking me? And then this orange heart right here. This is your subscription. Go and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, go and subscribe to the channel by clicking that orange heart right there. All right. So okay, so how we do it is when we set goals, we have to keep meeting our goals as much as possible. As much as possible. And so then once the platform or the algorithm sees that we are hitting those goals, it kind of lets it know that, hey, it's active. Like this is really active, and people are enjoying the content. So they're gonna move us up into a C3 group. Once we get to that C3 group, and then we hit all of our things and accomplishments on that, then we can move up to C2, and I think it goes up to like A1. A1 is the top tier, but those are like the mega content creators on here. And again, I'm not saying that that's beyond our reach. I'm just saying I do understand that we got to crawl before we walk, but I do know that we are capable of doing that. Like I'm positive minded. Right? I do think nothing's out of reach of us doing. It's just a matter of sharing out the live, getting people in, and us going from there. Again, and no slight to anyone in here, but Pink Tech, Jenny, they've been here since we was getting it out the mud. I'm talking about, you know what? I might even go back and do a retro show, like how when we first started. I mean, I can't have the setup no more because it was back in Rudy's room, but and I was writing everything on paper that I was going to deliver or talk about, right? But and now we've grown and advanced and did better with the production. Pink Tech said A1 from day one, no doubt. All truth stated. All truth stated. All truth stated. Now see, I be ready to go there, Pinkett. I be ready to take them with us on our journey. I be getting emotional about it, but only because it means so much to me. But you know, Jenny said you still writing on paper, but it's all good. I am. Look, no doubt. I got it. Yeah, sis. You know, some things just don't change, right? To me, it's just it makes it easier to not only stay on point, but also when you have to go back and fact check yourself, or when people come in and think that you lying about something. Well, we got notes, and I mean, I still got the composition books back there from when we started. You know, the only thing I wish I would have done differently is I wish I would have titled each show so that way I could go back and specifically see what we were talking about, or what's pertaining to what somebody bring up. I could go back to that particular show and let them know. Pink Tech said my whole business is paper. See what I'm saying? Like it's just we organize. We like to have everything together. You know. Listen, one thing I heard this morning when I woke up, is that allegedly they're supposed to be. Jerome, what's up with you, brother? Grand rising to you. Caribbean Queen said I wasn't there back then, but I'm here now. Hey, and that's all that matters. Listen, when the family grows, that ain't nothing but love, baby. That ain't nothing but love, Caribbean Queen. We appreciate all of that. We appreciate all of that. And to be honest, look, it looked like we was a news show from back in the 1970s, but I didn't know how to work it. And like I said, now we're more present. Our production is better now, but we learn as we went. You get me? And we learn as we had to rebuild different channels because they would ban us. Neosha, how you doing? Welcome in. Thank you for that Go Populars. I appreciate that, Queen. I mean, they shut us down several times when we had to go grab the shovel and, turn over some dirt and rebuild. And again, that's something like I said, Jenny, I'd be done with this. I would be over with it. And Jenny's like, oh, oh, yeah, I get it. I know that's sad. That hurts. So when are we gonna start rebuilding, Bestie? You know? And then Pink Tech, man, like I say, that woman there, like, and the thing about it with her, she still like even though it's been what Pink Tech about 30, maybe 30 years. No, yeah, well, 30 years now. But she don't have to raise her voice. She don't have to get nasty or nothing like that. But she can say something. And I remember when we dated, when I would do stupid stuff. And again, and I think I told you about, I made reference to this a couple of weeks ago, but she's got a look that she would give. And don't get me wrong, sometimes she did say something. I ain't gonna let you off the hook now. There's some things you did say that was cruel. But in any event though, but she didn't have to she didn't have to get ugly, she didn't have to take it there. She didn't have to yell or anything like that. It was just a look. And then and she would calmly say what she had to say. But it was so precise and so sharp that I automatically knew whatever I had done, which I'm not gonna lie to myself, a lot of times it was stuff I did that got me into trouble with her, right? But the thing about it is she didn't really be aggressive, or she wasn't aggressive or anything like that. She would just say it. And in a nutshell, I think she deserves an applause too for putting up with. Because this right here, inside here, that takes a lot to put up with. And she did an outstanding job. She did an outstanding job about that. All right, so listen, here's what we're going to do, because y'all finna get me on my feels. So here's what we're about to do. You're welcome, truth told. All truth told. We're about to get into this, but before I do, I woke up this morning, I checked some messages, and it was stated that TikTok was going to have start another app tomorrow. And this is alleged. I don't know. I haven't looked further into it. My homegirl Angie posted about it, and I saw her video. and she was saying that you're gonna have to basically re-download the new app. It'll be like Twatter 2.0, but it'll be this platform, but it'll be like Twatter 2.0. And she's saying they're gonna have to like re-download an app. I don't know. I haven't checked into it. All I can tell you is if that happens, again, y'all got the YouTube. Go to the YouTube. And go to the YouTube, okay? So now let's get into our first segment. We're going and this talks about Blac Chyna. Okay, and then we got to give it up to the video cred. It goes to Jay Marvelous. We listened to one of his content yesterday, and I think he did exceptionally well. But it says Blac Chyna went against them and paid the ultimate price. How many of okay? Let me ask you. It's Big Mel. Big Mel, how you doing, brother? Grand rising to you, King, and welcome to work. What? Let's just re-say that topic again, real quick. Blac Chyna went against them and paid the ultimate price. Simply Kim says first, that means I'm on time. You are. You are definitely on time. We have not started. We just getting started. You are. What do you possibly think that could mean? What do you possibly listen? Blac Chyna went against them and paid the ultimate price. I'm trying to see who all is a part of our loyal viewers and keep up with us. They should know what that stands for. Howdy, Jerome. How you doing? Thank you, brother. I appreciate that hat and mustache. Just think about it. I'll give you a few more minutes. Oh, I said Bob Brown, but I thought Cuz was in here for a minute. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know. We talk about this a lot. How many times have we told y'all there is a group that really controls who makes it, who don't make it, who's gonna be put in a category to where they get more riches than someone else? When you don't go with them, I'm not sure. See, I know he wants to. I'm not sure if they're gonna make that happen or not. You know? No. Bob Brown, no, brother. I'm not in that group. I still got my soul intact. But the thing about it is, when you decide to take an oath with these people, and when you decide that you no longer want to live up to what you agreed to doing and what they've told you to do, they find ways to make sure you know you messed up. Sometimes you get blackballed, whatever it is. If you're an actress or an actor, you might get a B or a C line role in the movie, but you won't get the A-lister roles in movies. If you are a musician, they'll blackball you to the point where certain producers won't even, the producers that can guarantee you a hit, they won't mess with you. You see what I'm saying? Big Mel said SWV, Soul Intact, 1996. Hey. And that was the group, too. That was the group. Sorry, I went back. It's Pink Tech's fault. But when you don't do that, they're gonna make life complicated for you. And in fact, we did a broadcast about a week ago, and we had Paula. What's her name? Paula J. We talked. She talked about what happened to her. Remember, she was in Hustle and Flow, one of the most biggest cultural, biggest movies of our culture. But when she didn't give up the cookies, when she didn't do what they wanted her to do, appreciate that, P Tech. when she didn't do what they wanted her to do, she didn't get roles. She didn't get callbacks. She ended up having to live in a hotel. Yeah, she was in Martin too. Exactly, she was. She was. Her and I hadn't heard from Tisha Campbell lately since the breakup. I don't know what she's got going on, but yeah. And what was Pam's name? Patricia Arnold. She does the Neighborhood with Cedric the Entertainer. Great show if you hadn't watched it. You want to laugh? That's where you need to be. Now, Blac Chyna also was, and Jenny referenced it earlier, but Blac Chyna also was in a relationship with the Kardashian brother. I don't think we even need to delegate on anybody associated with Kardashians. I think that speaks for itself. I think we all know. You know, Jenny said she did get that ghost show to get back in their graces. Right, and remember what she said? She ended up basically submitting to him because they had broken her down because she didn't have any money. So and again, these people, they're going to make it to where if you try to buck the system, we just going to use that for lack of better words. If you try to buck the system, they're going to break you. They're going to do all they can to break you down to the point where you come back needing them. You are in need of their help so bad and so much that you have no choice but to give in to what they want you to do. And then it doesn't matter how what's it called? Humiliating it is. It doesn't matter how raunchy it is. It doesn't matter how nasty it is. They're gonna break you down till you got to do this. Some people can survive and don't go back. But Paula said she did. You know, for whatever reason, she did. And again, I appreciate her transparency on that and calling herself out. So when we hear it says Blac Chyna went against them people and paid the ultimate price. That's what I need you all to think about. All right. And again, we're gonna listen to it together for the first time, but I'm pretty sure that's where we at with it. And let's get Miss let's get her up here. There she is. All right. So those of you can see who we gonna be talking about here. No, I don't want to. They're trying to exit out the live. What's saying? No, we're not doing that. All right, let's go.
Alright, y'all. Blac Chyna broke the oath and paid the ultimate price. Blac Chyna got her start by working at the King of Diamonds strip club. She would be spotted by Drake and shouted out on his song Miss Me.
Call up King of Diamonds and tell Chyna it'd be worth the flight.
When I first heard it, I was like, wait, what? Drake put me in a song? What? Everybody's like, yo, Drake put you in a song. I'm like, stop. And then I heard it.
Oh, salute to my coffee drinkers too. Tea drinkers.
After agreeing to be the industry's play tour, they would give Blac
for the
Chyna
road,
more
sis. I appreciate
opportunity.
that.
After showcasing her charming personality to the industry, they would hook her up with rapper Tiger, but that didn't last long.
Chyna, she just got a different mentality. Like, she really is a good person, you feel me, at heart, but like, she's been through a lot in her life, you know what I'm saying? Like, and she really didn't have people to help, like, guide her and stuff, like, in her life, so.
Oh, when I got put out and whatnot.
Put out of what?
Oh, of his house.
Niece,
You did not
grand
get put out
rising
the
to
house.
you.
Yes,
I cannot
did.
remember your name.
And I'm not
until
acting
I
But
send you
it's-
the
but let me
invite.
No, wait, I'm not acting surprised
Before I
because I literally
start.
didn't know that.
Let me write that
Yeah.
down. I'm not gonna forget it.
Put out the house and say you need to leave?
Like, packed my stuff, put it in my truck, well, his truck at the time,
Well, where was King going?
back and forth to this day.
Really? Mm-hmm. So when you packed up your things and put it in the box, the little lonely box, and put it in the back of the truck, did you mentally say, I ain't going nowhere, or I'm gonna show you? What was in your mind?
What's the next move?
After Blac Chyna realized she had to get down in order to level up in the industry, she would join forces with the dark side. After joining them people, Blac Chyna would begin to level up. They would give Blac Chyna her own beauty product. And
Okay, let's be clear because I know you can't see it. So when he's saying she sided with them people, it's pictures of all the Kardashians. Don't be mad at me. I'm just telling you what it's showing.
She would go on to make millions of dollars tied in with the Kardashian family. On numerous occasions, Blac Chyna was spotted out having a nervous breakdown. She would go on rants telling people to vote and take the jabbing tent.
So let's get the word out. You ready?
Yeah, speak, Blac Chyna, speak.
Since y'all want to roll with me.
Church on the move.
Go out and vote. Figure out like when is the registration, when is the deadline. It's midterm. You know what
Hey sis, I was gonna say it, but I was afraid like the platform don't, you know, they ain't even paying me my money right now, so I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Check themselves out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
That's Blac Chyna.
Angel!
You know what I'm saying? Listen.
What's up
I
with
keep
you,
quiet.
sis?
I keep silent. You wanna know why?
Why? Why you keep quiet? But you know what though?
Read up on your religion. Is that nobody wants to get checked out. Go get checked out. It's sad. And it really blows the out of me. And y'all want people like to like represent for like the black community, like for real. I don't give a about the driver. Like,
all right, hold on, y'all. Let's break that down too. Now that's another strike, because if you she's the way she's speaking right now, and I don't know what state of mind she's in right now, but the things that she's saying right now, she's saying it to empower the BLK community. That goes against their agenda. Their agenda is to make it seem that all these rappers that's talking about D-rugs and calling women the B words and they want to glorify that to minimize the thought process of jits. That I lived in Florida for a while, and that's what we call young people, jits. So to influence the jits, that's the cool thing to go out there and be. Because you see, if you can mentally condition a jit that's the way you're gonna get fast money, that's the things that women like and the girls like. Because you got to think they're young, they still thinking about tails, getting some, and so. And then you got them with jewelry on and nice cars. The jit's mind, it's not fully formed yet. Like, so they see that and think, wow, if I do the same thing that this rapper's doing, then that's how I can be. And so you instantly have planted the seed in that jit's mind that there's no reason to even think about being a owner of your own company. There's no reason to think about you being the CEO of a company or being in a supervisor role or working anywhere making good money. They honest money. They don't want you to think that. And so for her to go on here and try to say, well, nah, you supposed to be helping out our community, the BLK community. But you saying this negative stuff, like, no, we're not gonna. They don't. That's not what they want you to do. And as you can see, I mean, she's a beautiful woman, so automatically she's going to get men's attention, certain men attention. And so what she says, they're gonna latch on to, because this is a beautiful woman. And she's saying this, yo, I'm gonna go do it. Not me, but I'm saying that's how they're looking at that. And so she's going against the narrative or the agenda that they're trying to put out there. All right. So we got number one where she's messing up at. I'm not saying she's messing up. I'm saying they think she messed up at.
Seriously. And we're gonna like represent like for the black community, like do that. Go get the shot. Take the shot every 10 years.
Hell yeah.
The same you have to like do the same thing that you have to do to enroll your kids. If you got kids, after all these abortions that probably are, it's like, go get the vaccine and stop being stupid.
Her Her mother by the name of Tokyo Tone would accuse Blac Chyna of possibly being a
Oh,
clone.
yeah, I
Blac
forgot
Chyna
Tokyo
is
Tony is her mom.
I've never really looked into that type of stuff till here recently after looking at Gucci Mane video as well as Kodak Black and a few others. As we all very well know, cloning been out forever. But to have a non-human being that was created through God but manufactured in some type of building, that's crazy. There's too sci-fi
That's
for
her
me
mom
to really
talking.
believe. But I'm now convinced that my daughter Blac Chyna is a clone. You people just don't understand what it is out here. I get it. I know what's happening. Why can't I hear her voice? Why won't she talk to me? Her
Who else we heard that
behavior is
about?
different. Her face is different.
How many other people have we heard about being C-loaned? I can think of two off the top. Gucci Mane, Jamie Foxx. And this is I'm saying, I'm not saying that they were. I'm saying it has been said before. Dimple Cheeks, good morning, gorgeous. That's two off top. And I'm sure there's more. I just can't think of it. But now you hear her mother say, "Hey, I think my daughter is C-loaned. I don't think that's she's different. She's different. Like her facial and again, this is how I look at it. Right now, we're covering. Blac Chyna went against them and paid the ultimate price, and we're just letting the people know who the them is, and how if you don't go along according to the oath, they break you down, and they can blackball you, stuff like that. And sometimes there's even grave consequences for doing it. But we didn't get that dark with it, but we know that that's an option too of theirs. And so now her mom is saying, "Hey, I think." That's not my daughter. That's not my child. I think she is C-loaned. And I'm saying we've heard that before about other people. We're not saying it's true. So, but it's just a discussion, TikTok. But we've heard it about other people, right? And I said the two that I know that it has been said that they were C-loaned is Gucci Mane, Jamie Foxx. And I'm sure that there's others. I just can't think of them off top.
She has nobody around her in our family, completely nobody. None of her old friends, because we would know.
After revealing their plans for Blac Chyna, they would kick Tokyo Tony to the curb for revealing their secrets.
I'm broke as a mother.
I said what I said. I told y'all. Did I just not say? So again, going against their agenda, and in her mom's case, allegedly exposing their agenda is also a no-no. And again, that could come with grave consequences as well. It hasn't with her, but with others it have. Okay? It's not a game, y'all.
I got $33 to my entire name. Y'all don't get it yet. You could be rich as a motherfucker and on your mother way to hell. Trust me. You can't take nothing with you to heaven or hell. You people are so hell-bent on being selfish. They mad because I ain't in Hollywood, man. That is crazy, man. Y'all look at that all them hoes, man. I'm not leaving out not one of y'all. Either y'all levitating, y'all speaking on it and trying to play it all the way on.
She says you're in the Illuminati and she's going to break down your doors to rescue you. That was the latest thing we posted.
Mm-hmm.
Did that
Love
hurt
you, TikTok shop.
that she
Yes.
did that?
Mm-hmm.
Why'd she do that?
Satire.
I have no idea. I don't know. I don't know.
You're not in the Illuminati.
No.
No, because I told the people today, waiting for you to get here, I said when she come, I'm going to ask her where the sign-up sheet is because I don't get invited to things like that.
All of them got the red bands around their wrists.
Oh man. Okay, go whoa.
All of them doing this.
Oh my, hey man, listen. You hear me talking and you hear the audio. I need you all to message me right now and say, Mr. Breaking News G Smooth, I need the link to that video you played in the first segment. So many things we talked about, especially when it comes to the signs, they're showing you right now. I was going to stop and tell you who was on there and who was doing it, but I'm not. But now her mother, and this could very well be, this is, she's in dangerous water. She's in proverbial dangerous water. Because she said, man, y'all mad I'm not in Hollywood. Y'all all with that. So y'all done leveled up. And that means taking a sacrifice or whatever. Right? Y'all done leveled up. Y'all all about. And then they talked about the red band. We told y'all what red mean. And y'all, you got that. But this is what her mom is doing right now. No. No. I talk to y'all too much anyways. Look, I'm going to show you. I can give you a visual so you'll know I'm telling the truth. And besides, I don't want to say too much on here because, like I said, y'all know how the platform be. They like, I don't like him. He's telling everything. All right, so I'm with it. All right. Let's see. Let me get y'all. I'm trying to get y'all. Y'all see that? Sis, what is she doing that's giving away the code? What's the symbol that she's giving away? What gives it away? Big Mel, what gives it away? Pink Tech, what's giving it away? What is she doing? What, I know y'all know. Anybody that's in there, no. Tell me. What is she doing? Okay. Come on through there. Hey, sis. That's what I need you to do. Thank you, sis. Thank you for.
Take me through that.
Where she going?
Take me through that.
Go through that.
That's exactly what she's doing. If you don't know, you better ask somebody. No, better yet, don't ask nobody. No, that's dangerous. Pay attention. Pay attention. We'll do the telling. All right, y'all just pay attention. Let it sink in. All right, let's go. Let's get back to it.
Oh, sneaky too. They be like this off the sneaky. They hold curtains in front of them, and then they think it's cute. Get the f out of here. When a boffin bend y'all whole will stick that down in your whole throat later on in the end. Don't call for the Lord then. Nah, you did that. Oh, Beyonce crying. Lord, why did I get this?
We gonna have to pray for her, y'all.
Shut up. Shut the f up. You a billionaire with your and you still gotta look like riding around on your motorcycle with the Baphomet in your ring and don't follow.
You know, some things we cover and people will talk about it, but they get right to the line, right? They get right to the line. And they don't, Patrona, I appreciate that heart me. Thank you. They get right to the line, but they don't say the whole thing. She's not those people. She's not only saying, she's showing. I'm going to rewind that back because I need to catch something.
And you still got to look like riding around on your motorcycle with the box.
Pause. Let's go. Hold on, y'all. Listen, if you're at work, tell your boss to leave you alone. Matter of fact, tell him or her grab a seat and sit down next to you. They can learn too. We don't discriminate. Okay. Now, I ain't gonna hold you. I said what I said. We said what we said. Now, Tater, welcome in. How you doing, love? Look. Who is that? What is on the front of her motorcycle? She said, give him that work. You know, that's right. We don't play no games over here. Where's the symbol at on there? Boy, sis. Yeah, Caribbean Queen. Yeah, that's her. You're right, that's her. But you know how we say they be putting it in front of you? And if you know what to look for, you'll already see what they pledging. That right there, that is Baphomet. Oh, I shouldn't have said his name. I shouldn't have said the name. But that's what that is right there. That's what that is right there. Now, to nobody that knows, that's a beautiful picture. That's great artwork, right? Patrona said, I've always said it since I was a kid. Beyonce and Jay-Z are bosses of the Illuminati. Hey, girl, you in the right place. You know what you're talking about. Big Mel said the demon boss. Exactly. Poison Ivy. I like that. It said that ram. Good code word. Absolutely. Gina, how you doing? Beautiful. I ain't seen you in a while. You doing okay? Check it out. There's more.
And you're ringing.
There's more. If you're at your cubicle, tell your cubicle mate, your cubicle neighbor, come on in here and him. We going in today, y'all. Now, I'm gonna give you that picture. And then let me zoom in on the ring. Let me zoom in on that ring so y'all can see. We ain't playing no games over here. Sometimes they think hashtag I'm gonna say it is just a catchy name. No, we gonna say it. We gonna say what it is. Can y'all see all of that? Look, y'all. Look right there. Look. Ooh, let me hold it up a little more. Ooh, come on, y'all. Don't let the light get me. What's that right there? Ooh, wait. Look at that ring. G Smooth, I can't see the ring. Okay, I'll bring it up close. During a concert, she is pledging her alliance. She's letting her alliance to that group know. I'm showing my things. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Ah, Jenny. We told them about that, right? So next time y'all out cruising around your city, your town, whatever you stay in, and you see that Starbucks coffee shop right there, I don't care if you got to stop and turn your head upside down. Look at the logo. Or better yet, don't break your neck. Take a picture of the logo. Turn your phone upside down. You'll see it's not exactly like that logo. What you call that, the rim. It's not exactly like that rim, but it's based off the rim. You see, like I told you, they play games with your mind. They put it in front of you. It's up to you to get it. But the game that they playing is, we gonna put it in front of you and you ain't gonna get it. We bet you won't even catch it. But they letting you know that company is theirs. That company is theirs. They own and control that. Then what she said, I can't give up my SB though. Hey, look, you got to get you a 7 brew. We got 7 brew now, and girl, I'm on it. And then we got a Dutch Bros coming too, baby. Hey, Patrona said, I'll stick to my McFrapp. What's that? Oh, McFrappy's. Yeah, for sure. Hey, McDonald's. Yeah, don't eat the food at McDonald's. But yeah, that. Stay right there. Simon said, we catch it. I know. Good. Okay, so now y'all know what we've been saying, what we say. We pointing it out to you.
Don't follow not even your mama. How you gonna have 88 million followers and don't follow them? Cause I'm the Baphomet Queen. I'm the bitch that you all will bow down to. My Beyonce voice. I'm not hating, I'm just watching what it is.
I'm going to
Keep
get
double
all
tapping that screen. Share out the
shut
live.
down in the stadium.
Make sure we
At the
hit that
same
goal.
time, everybody's gonna
Please
be
make sure we hit that goal up there. I think it's heart beat.
Energy is what she said.
We need
Give
5
me
more
your
heartbeats.
energy.
Thank you for that music, mate. I appreciate that, Pinkett.
Like she was a mother activated twin. Twins activate. Wonder twin.
She just
After the higher ups caught
shout out
wind
to
of Tokyo
Poison
Tony's
Ivy.
rant, the
Poison Ivy
media
just
runners
watched
would
100
cancel
minutes
Blac
of our
Chyna's
live.
television
Let's
show.
get
Blac
it up
Chyna
to
stood
it. Give it
firm
up
and
to
tried
it.
to sue the Kardashians for $100 million.
Thank you for that heartbeat, Flex. I appreciate that, Pinkett.
With Dream's mom. It's just hard to have a relationship with someone when they sue you for hundreds of millions of dollars.
Blac Chyna would then try to start rap, but it didn't work out.
I could care less about who met. All I care about is this cash, yeah.
Once she realized she got finessed by the dark side, Blac Chyna decided to give her life to God. She would publicly remove the Baphomet tattoo she received upon entering the industry.
Mark of the beast on her already. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate that, Simply Kim. How you doing this morning? I don't know if I said hey
You know
to you.
what I mean? I'm not about to have no mark of the beast, anything like that. When I first got
Poison Ivy, thank you for the
the
roses.
tattoo, that
Poison
is
Ivy
not
just
what it
leveled
meant
up
to
with
me.
the rose in the gift
You know what I
gallery.
mean?
Give it up to her.
Regardless of what it is, I just don't want anything negative or demonic on my body anymore.
Since removing the tattoo and separating herself from the industry, Blac Chyna went completely broke.
How much money you make in a year?
Honestly, Angela White is broke.
How much money is in your checking account right now?
3,000.
Let me know what y'all think. Did they make Blac Chyna suffer because she went against the industry, or did her time just run out? Leave your comments below.
Nah, I'm gonna tell y'all straight up. Oh, first of all, let's give it up to Jay Marvelous. Awesome coverage of that, man. Where's that thumbs up? Let me give you a thumbs up, my brother. Like I said, we like to support other content creators as well. We all in this thing together. So, okay, I will, sis. Thank you for helping us meet that goal. We're gonna set a new one. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me still? Because the mic is away from me. But if y'all can hear me, I'm gonna keep talking. So, okay, so here's my thing. You seen she was on top. She decided not to follow the same things that they were on, which is the dark, demonic, satanic stuff. She said she wanted to go through that. She didn't want to go through that no more. So she wanted to change her life and gave her life to Christ, which is a great thing, which is absolutely what they want to do. Thank y'all for the finger hearts. I appreciate that. Poison Ivy, Simply Kim. Don't get it mistaken. That's exactly what they want to do. In fact, that's what when we on Diddy's head and all, that's what we saying. Change your life. I know what he's done or been alleged to have done. We'll say alleged for the Diddy's have done. But it's not over. He can still change his life and get into the kingdom of God, as long as he give himself to the Lord fully and unconditionally and try to walk God, Christ-like as much as possible. Understand, we all gonna make mistakes, but understand we're already made in knowing that. The object is to, you try not to make mistakes. Dimple Cheek says, but he won't. Exactly. And that's why we stay on him. But y'all see, when she went against that, again, the agenda that they want to put out, she lost everything. And at the end when he said, well, is it just past her time? No, it's not past her. She's still young. Yes, everything, influencers do have a season. It does come a point where a person isn't as influential as they once was, and they go ahead and move them out the way. She wasn't there. Big Mel said, repent, turn away completely. That part right there, brother W. Big Mel in the live. Simply Kim said, why do they always lighten their skin? That's a good question. I haven't gotten to that part yet, but I don't know. But I'll check into that. I'll see if I can find something on that, and we'll if I do, I'll bring it to you. Shout out to Poison Ivy, thank you. I appreciate you. She became the title gifter for the Finger Hearts. I appreciate it. Give it up. And W Poison Ivy in the live. W Pink Tech. W Caribbean Queen. W everybody in here, man. Everybody gets a W, you know? Oh, you made it in, Lori? Okay. How you doing, bestie? Just doing okay, yeah, that's important. Yeah, hey, definitely handle that first. That's most important. Hey, like Elmer Fudd said, handle that first. All right? You do that first. Hold on. We're gonna get into the second segment. One moment. All right. We're gonna set that. We doing friendship necklaces now, y'all. We all friendships. Got friendships going. That is Blac Chyna. She was part of that was the neatest. What in is that? Oh, Pink Tech, thank you for that super live star. Give it up to Pink Tech. It scared me, girl. I thought I was being in trouble again. You know how the platform do, right? Hey, let's say, hey, give it up to Pink Tech. She just leveled up to fam level 27. Here we go. There we go. All right, y'all. So we got that covered. Thank you for the super popular. I appreciate that, P-Tech. Thank you. So we covered that. Again, if you need to see it, we don't gatekeep information. Get with myself, get with Pink Tech, get with Jenny, and we'll get that link to you. You can watch it and you can share it with other people. Like, aha. You know? Because a lot of people don't believe, man. They think we just fear-mongering over here. We're not. It's not that. We're just trying to enlighten as much as possible. All right, let's go ahead and get this one up here. This is going to be our second. I'm going to drop her down a little bit. Not that I want to, but here. And here, we'll slide her over a little bit. All right. All right, let's get to her. And the second segment, did I say shout out to Jay Marvelous? I think I did. All right, so on the second segment, video CRED goes to Celeb Live. All right. And the title of this is Jada Smith furious, capitalize the word furious, after CNN leaks video of her with teens at Diddy's wildest capitalized parties. Now, I haven't seen this. I'm telling you right now, I don't know if it's clickbait or not. I haven't heard nothing like that. But I also will be honest with you, too. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised because there is some things. I said these will open real quick. I'm trying to say. Oh, you was trying to come in? It don't say I got an invite, love. Are you in trouble again? Here. Let me do it this way. Oh no, it's not allowing me to it's not allowing me to invite you. It's not giving me the option. Jordan says her role in the Gotham series is her in real life. Hey, I believe it. I believe it. I believe that. Petrona, I believe that. I do. Dimple Cheese said, look, you would think you was just a rebel, Dimple Cheese. Like you just be out there on them TikTok streets committing chaos and havoc. Like they won't even allow me to send you an invite. That's crazy. You strong arming people out there on the TikTok streets. Oh man. All right, y'all. Okay. Look, I'm gonna play it. We're gonna listen to it. But I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying this is true. I'm saying allegedly. But I'm saying I could see it happen. It's not something that's far-fetched, right? I could see it happening. And even given all the things we have heard and what we're hearing recently, I could see it. But let's see what's going on. And the way it's starting off is just it's diabolical anyway. The very first picture is Will Smith with his arm around Dwayne Martin. If y'all know, you know how we say a picture can tell 1,000 words, and there's a picture within a picture where y'all know, if you know what was stated or said from Brother Bilal about what he saw when he opened the door and Will Smith and Dwayne Martin was in the room, you'll know why that picture is diabolical. That's why I say that. Dimple Cheek said, nothing Jada does surprises me. Jenny said, Bilal said he walked in on those two. Yes. Sheiky! Welcome in, bestie. How you doing? You feeling good? Yes, sis. And when we say walk in on them, you already know. We don't even want to talk about it. You already know. Patrona said, just look how Will Smith did a whole 360 as a person over the years. Yeah. Yeah. Shiki said, hey, love. Yes, good. Thank you, Lord. I'm glad you feeling good. Hey, are you going to do a show today? Are you feeling good like doing a show today or no? No rush, no pressure. The only reason I'm asking, if you do, I want to make sure I'm there to support you. That's the only reason I'm asking. No pressure, okay? So let's see what's going on. Let's see what they talking about.
Need to find a way to make sure your wife ain't talking about your private business.
I'm going on a book tour this fall for my new memoir, Worthy. This was a labor of love. I will be coming
Oh,
to
yeah, it
New
was.
York.
We talked about that, too.
You know, there's a question that's been burning through Hollywood for weeks now, and it's not just about Diddy's legal nightmare or the bombshell testimonies from his trial. It's about why Jada Pinkett Smith keeps popping up in the middle of it all. Because let's be real, when CNN drops a segment painting Jada as one of Diddy's most vocal defenders, right as the mogul's empire is crumbling under the weight of human trafficking convictions and freak-off horror stories, you don't just file that under coincidence, you start asking what's really going on behind those closed doors. And then, as if on cue, Gene Deal, Diddy's former bodyguard, drops a story so wild it makes you wonder if we've all been watching the wrong reality show. Picture this. A birthday party for Ben Affleck, hosted by Matt Damon, the kind of A-list gathering where egos and sparkling drink flow freely. J-Lo's there, Diddy's there, and of course, Will and Jada Smith are holding court like the power couple they've always claimed to be. But according to Deal, something was off. Diddy, usually the king of smooth, suddenly gets tense. He leans over to his security and says, and I quote, "Yo, I think Will and Jada are trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close because I'ma snuff him." Now,
I forgot about that. That happened. How many of y'all knew about that? I forgot. Big Mel, did you know? Sis, you know? Amber, you knew? I forgot. Shiki, did you know about that? Sis said, yup, she knew. Simply Kim said, J-Lo, yeah. That Will and Jada was trying, Amber said, of course, trying to pick up J-Lo for a threesome. Tree. I said tree, TikTok. Tree. Okay? Now, don't trip. Shiki said, yes. Patrona said, huh? Listen, these people are wild. Everything that we thought we knew when we were teenagers bumping to their music, forget about it. We have been bamboozled. There's a gasp in Spanish now. Oh my God. Gasp in Spanish. Look, no. Shiki said cray, isn't it? Highly. I'm talking about impatient work, cray. Jenny said, but Will said he didn't go to them parties. Right, didn't he? Emma said, I am just grateful we didn't have internet and cell phones growing up. Facts. Do you know how much trouble we would... Listen. That is one of the truest statements I have heard thus far today. And by the end of the day, it's still going to be the truest, right? Absolutely. the amount of trouble would have been crazy. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you for the candy bouquet. I appreciate that. Thank you, Pinkett. Amber, I'm sorry. You know I'm gonna call you. I'm just gonna say Amber, okay? That's them chicks. Nobody went to them parties. We only see Denzel, Ashton, Oprah, Mariah on video. Right. And what Denzel said, me and my wife left. Things started getting weird. My wife and I left. What describe your level of weird? Because seems like it was already weird when you was there. Judging from what we saw yesterday, anyways, you was there. Thank you for that rose, Patrona. I appreciate you. So yeah, that part. I agree with you, Dimple Cheek. Let's. Shiki said, yeah, right. I know, right? Come on. Thank you for the friendship necklace. I appreciate that, Lord. That's what I'm saying. So even when it comes to Marlon Wayans, and Marlon Wayans, I'm a huge Marlon Wayans fan. But come on, man. I think at this point, it would just be best just to come out and tell the truth and get out and just get it over with, because when you say you wasn't there or you wasn't part of it or you didn't know what was going on, and then we come to find out that you did, it makes it worse, Dimple G said, I think Marlon got a little Diddy tapped out. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility, right? I don't think so. Jenny said they all part of it. Otherwise, they wouldn't be stars. Their giveaway. Dimothy said the way he is riding hard for him, and he is. I mean, he sweat for cheese and crackers. Nothing happened. He wasn't there. Diddy didn't do it. I mean, the whole. Hey, he might have got meat. For real,
Now,
for real.
let's break that down. Scoop Up Jennifer isn't just some vague
Bella
accusation.
I'm laughing
It's a claim
so much.
that the Smiths
I know,
were making
man.
aggressive advances toward J-Lo.
Boy,
the kind that
y'all
would make a
are
man
on
like
it today.
Diddy, who's no stranger to street credibility,
Shiki
ready to
said,
throw
I
hands.
agree. I
And
do too.
snuff him. That's not just talk. That's a threat. A real one.
It wasn't only Big. It wasn't only Tupac. You
Now,
understand?
hold on,
Aggressive
y'all.
advances toward J-Lo.
Now, at the end of it, she was saying that Diddy went to his bodyguard and was saying, hey, I think Will and Jada trying to get at J-Lo. And he told him, Finley, welcome in. How you doing, best? And he told him, I'm gonna snuff him. Meaning, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna knock him. I don't want to say it on here because they might trip, but he gonna. What you would do if a dude was getting at your girl. What women would do? Some women would do if another woman violated her property, or I don't want to say property, disrespected her relationship with a man. How about that? So that's where this is coming from. Happy Wednesday to you. How you doing? Thank you for the heart me, by the way. I appreciate it. And thank you for the TikTok.
Low, the kind that would make a man like Diddy, who's no stranger to street credibility,
Beta said
ready to
not
throw
good.
hands.
Laugh
And
out
snuff
loud.
him.
No, it's not
That's
good
not
at
just
all.
talk. That's a threat. A real one.
It wasn't only Big. It wasn't only Tupac. You understand? For the atmosphere that he put those kids in, you got a guy named Anthony Wolf Jones, who was from Bad Boy, from its conception as doing security and being one of the financiers of Puff having to have some money to keep Big and Craig Mack around before he.
So what happens next? Deal says he positioned himself close
Shout
enough
out
to
to
intervene,
Feeling
but
Unique
Diddy actually
Designs.
swung it
Just
well,
leveled
because
up to
let's face
fam
it,
level
as much
2.
as Diddy might talk a big game, Will Smith is still the guy who slapped Chris Rock on live television and walked away like it was nothing. But here's the part that should make your eyebrows shoot up. This wasn't just some drunken bar fight waiting to happen. This was a moment where one of the most powerful men in hip-hop felt the need to physically assert dominance over another legend, and all because he thought Will and Jada were crossing a line with his girl. So let's ask the obvious. Why would Diddy care that much unless there was something deeper going on? Unless the Smiths weren't just flirting with J-Lo, but operating within a circle where lines like monogamy, loyalty, and even basic decency get blurred into something far more transactional. And why is Jada, of all people, the one standing by Diddy now as his world implodes under allegations of exploitation, coercion, and those infamous freak-off sessions where, according to court testimony, male companions were flown in for days-long marathons of debauchery? Coincidence? Or is there a reason she's the one playing cleanup while the rest of Hollywood runs for the hills?
Jada was the woman that everybody wanted, and Will needed that validation to have that type of...
Now, let's talk about the Smiths' marriage, because if you thought their Red Table Talk confessions were the peak of oversharing,
Right,
buckle
Bella
up.
B.
Will
Ouch.
has spent
Yeah,
years
right.
painting their relationship as some kind of enlightened, boundary-free love story, where trust means giving each other the freedom to explore, to stray,
Thank you
to
for that
basically
heart,
do
me.
whatever
I
it takes to
appreciate
stay
that,
happy.
Pinkett.
In his GQ interview, he straight up admitted to
Thank you for the
fantasizing about having a harem
roses.
of girlfriends, naming Misty Copeland and Halle Berry as his dream lineup.
Jill the nurse,
before his
welcome
intimacy
in.
coach apparently talked him down from the ledge by pointing out how horrific that would actually be. But here's the thing. Will's version of transparency has always come with a catch. He'll discuss his desires on a magazine cover, but the second someone like Brother Bilal, his former assistant and self-proclaimed best friend, starts naming names, the lawsuits come flying. Bilal didn't just drop a vague rumor. He went on Tasha K's podcast and described in graphic
Indeed.
detail, walking in on Will and Dwayne Martin in a dressing room, claiming he saw Dwayne, quote, hurting him badly. It was intense in there.
Will was bent over on the couch and Dwayne was standing up.
All right. I think that's a great time to pause for a PSA. Yep, y'all heard what you heard. You don't need to clean your ears. You heard what you heard, and that's what we was talking about earlier. Shiki said they were all doing each other. Yeah, it was, yeah, I mean, literally. Hey, thank you, Pinkett. I appreciate that woolly hat. Thank you, love. They really was. And we had mentioned that earlier, what was going on when Brother Bilal walked in the room. Let's get this PSA. All right? So my moderators don't get on to me. I don't want them to fire me. So let's get to that. Keep double tapping the screen, if you will. We've got 13.1K likes. We got 74 people in here. We are thankful for all 74 of you that is cooling out with us. Welcome to hashtag I'm gonna say it. If it's your first time coming here, or even if you if you are coming back, thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please click on that orange heart right here. Click on that orange heart and subscribe to the channel so you'll be notified when we go live. You'll get a badge put next to your name, such as you see Pink Tech and Lori has right there, that says crew. That lets my moderators and I know that you are part of our news crew member team. When you leave a comment, it stands out to us and we can address it or respond to that comment in a more expeditious manner. Also, if you look up here, well, that's the subscription heart again. Let's go. I'll do the flash goal in a minute. Are y'all up for the flash goal? Are y'all up for a flash goal? Shiki said victimized by their own parents is sickening and sad. A lot of them are. You're right. We got 6 friendship necklaces. We need 14 more. Let's get that knocked out if possible. All right. I'm gonna go ahead, since the platform is saying it's suggesting a flash goal. I'm gonna put the flash goal up as well, and then we'll come back to the finger hearts. Now remember, y'all, how the flash goal works. You can only send one of the gift on the flash goal, and let's see what it is. It's popping up now. All right, it's rose. It's a rose. All right, so we need 26 of them in 15 minutes. Now, so what that means, let's go over it again. I need 26 different people to send one rose. We are on the clock. You can see it right here at the bottom. All right, y'all. That's where we at. Right. All right. I appreciate it. Now, we are going to get back to it. We're going to pick up where we left off at. We left off at Brother Bilal saying he opened the door. He saw Will Smith bent over. And he saw Dwayne Martin standing behind Will going to Pound Town.
Like murder. There was murder in there.
Now let's pause on that visual for a second.
No.
Because if that's true, and let's be clear, Will's
pause
team calls it completely fabricated, then we're not just talking about an affair. We're talking about a dynamic so intense, so visceral, that it reshapes everything we thought we knew about Will's public persona. And Jada's response? Not denial, not outrage. Just a dismissive money shakedown narrative, as if Bilal's willingness to double down, to threaten dropping evidence in 2 weeks if she doesn't sue him first, is just the rantings of a bitter ex-friend. But here's where it gets even messier. Bilal isn't just some random hanger-on. This is a man who's known Will for nearly 40 years, who's now suing Jada for $3 million, claiming she threatened him with violence, told him he'd end up missing or catch a bullet if he kept talking, and sent her entourage to harass him until he signed an NDA. That's not just a feud, that's a pattern. And it's one that starts to look an awful lot like the way Diddy's associates describe his inner circle, where loyalty is enforced through fear and silence is the price of survival.
Yeah, and now Bilal has filed a $3 million lawsuit against Jada, claiming that she basically threatened.
Thank you for that heart, me, Sneaky. I appreciate it, love.
But let's not forget, the Smiths have spent years cultivating an image of radical honesty.
Pause. Let's give it up. Let's give it up to Sheiky. Sheiky just added your 400th comment. That's what I'm talking about. I love that engagement. I love that loyalty. I love you, sister. I appreciate you. Big Mel says, shout out to Jazzy Jeff. Absolutely. Shout out to him, too. And Jazzy Jeff, I ain't heard nothing about him, so I definitely want to shout him out, too. For sure. TB. Let's give it up to TB. TB. Just watch 100 minutes of our lives. Thank you for that dedication. Thank you for that loyalty. Thank you for that love. Thank you for that support. On behalf of my moderators and I and everybody that makes hashtag I'm gonna say it go, thank you so much. Thank you. Our gratuity is endless to you all. TB, howdy, partner. Thank you for the hat and mustache. I appreciate that. Oh, see, look, she messing with me. I ain't even touch her picture, and she done dropped down. See, that's why I can't even trust her. I can't even trust her. Let's move her back over here. She's doing her witchery on us, I think. Here, we're going to move her over here. We ain't August Alsina, girl. You just can't make us go where you want us to go. This is our show. We going to stay where we at. You stay where we got you at. All right? Giselle Robinson, thank you for the rose. I appreciate that. Thank y'all.
Jada's memoir, Worthy, laid out their 7-year separation in stark terms. She talked about her entanglement with August Alsina, a relationship she claims Will blessed because their marriage wasn't about possession. It was about growth. Will, for his part, has framed their love as something beyond conventional
rules. Thank you for the heart, me. I appreciate that.
So unshakable that not even infidelity could break it. And yet, when the allegations involved Dwayne Martin, a man Will has known since the Fresh Prince days, a man who reportedly loaned $1.4 million to save from legal trouble, the response isn't honesty.
Says, my
it's threats.
pleasure.
It's
Thank
lawsuits.
you. I appreciate you
Jada
so
on the
much. I
Breakfast
really
Club,
do.
laughing it off like it's all just noise, while Will stays silent, letting
Caribbean
his team call it
Queen, thank you for
unequivocally
the
false
rose.
without ever addressing the specifics. So, which is it? Are the Smiths the pioneers of a new kind of love where transparency trumps tradition? Or are they just really, really good at controlling the narrative until someone like Bilal, or now Gene Deal, forces the curtain open?
Bella B,
Will
thank you for the
knows
rose.
that this is part of my healing journey. Will has
Look,
been
Tater, that's how I do it.
completely
Straight earboard.
supportive of this book.
And speaking of controlling narratives,
Hey, thank you
let's
for
talk
tuning
about
in
the
from
timing.
work.
Because right now, as Diddy's
I
trial
appreciate
exposes a world of freak-offs and coercion, as Cassie Ventura testifies about being trafficked and blackmailed, as Jane Doe describes feeling trapped in a cycle of abuse disguised as luxury, Jada's name keeps surfacing in the most inconvenient ways, like the fact that Diddy's former bodyguard is suddenly telling stories about her, and Will making moves on J-Lo. Or the way her Red Table Talk episodes about polyamory and loving and freedom take on a whole new light when you consider the allegations swirling around their inner
True, I didn't
circle.
think about that.
Or the
but
fact
true.
that, according to Terrence Howard, the same puffy parties where men allegedly lose their man card are the ones the Smiths have been linked to for years. Howard didn't just hint at it. He flat out said that young men have left their house screaming, that Meek Mill and Brycia Gray ran from whatever was happening behind those doors. And Gray? Oh, he's the one now rumored to be suing Diddy and Will for $50 million over claims of being forced into those same freak-off sessions. The same Brycia Gray, who was mentored by Will, who called him a little brother, who's now sitting in jail on probation violations for domestic abuse charges, so brutal his ex-wife had to beg a stranger to call 911. So tell me, how does a guy go from being Will Smith's protege to a man so broken he's allegedly lashing out at women, unless something in that mentorship broke him first?
I'm sorry, I'm just like really, I'm in this moment right now. This is crazy. Sorry. People don't really know how much what it does to you when something that you love is taken from you and thrown away like it don't even matter, and then they move on with their lives and you're stuck. You're stuck. during those years. You're still stuck 21.
But here's where the Smiths' story starts to feel less like a scandal and more like a cautionary tale.
That's
Because
Ellen
while
DeGeneres
Will and
coming
Jada
in,
have
too.
built their brand on authenticity, on tearing down the walls of traditional marriage,
Lawrence.
their kids are the ones left navigating the fallout. Jaden, who's talked openly about the psychedelics his mom introduced him to as a teenager, the same substances Jada credits with saving her
Darlene, thank
from
you for that
crippling
heart,
depression.
me. I
Willow, who
appreciate
at
it.
20 declared herself polyamorous on national television, framing it as freedom while her grandma sat there looking like she'd just been told the sky was green. And let's not forget the way Jaden and Justin Bieber's brotherly Coachella kiss went viral, the kind of moment that would have been innocent if it weren't for the years of rumors
Let's
about
give it
the
up to
Smiths' open
Darlene.
household, where
Darlene.
boundaries seem to dissolve the
reached
second
the level
cameras
6
stop
in the
rolling.
fam
Is it really a
club?
coincidence that the same family preaching love without limits has a son who's now the face of a generation struggling with identity, substances, and the pressure of growing up in a spotlight that feels more like a microscope? Or that their daughter's ideas about marriage sound less like youthful rebellion and more like a direct echo of her parents' most controversial beliefs?
Let's talk about the filth that's starting to come out in the early days of the Diddy trial. This, of course, is P. Diddy. Surprise, surprise, he's a creep. Surprise, surprise, he's done horrible things.
Now, let's circle back to Diddy, because this is where the story gets dangerous. The mogul's trial didn't just expose his crimes. It laid bare a culture where power isn't just about money or fame. It's about control.
Thank you for the
about
Go
who gets
Popular,
to decide what
Darlene.
happens in the dark and who gets left holding the
Thank you
bag
for the
when the lights come on.
roses.
Cassie's testimony painted a picture of a man who weaponized intimacy, who turned freak-offs into a tool
We
for
need
blackmail,
14
who
more,
made sure
y'all.
the people
14
around him
more
were too
roses to
afraid
hit
or too
that,
compromised to ever walk away.
Flash
Sound
go.
familiar? Because when you listen to Bilal talk about the Smiths' inner circle, when you hear him describe the threats, the NDAs, the way dissent gets
Thank you
handled,
for that
it's
go.
the same
I
playbook.
appreciate it,
Different
Darlene.
players, same game. And Jada? She's not just a
TB,
bystander.
thank you for the
She's the one who,
roses.
according to Bilal, showed up with 7 members of her entourage to make sure he stayed silent.
Finley
She's the one
Unique,
who,
thank
in
you
her
for
own
the
memoir, talked about the
roses.
sacrifices she's made for her family's legacy. She's the one who, right now, is standing by Diddy as his world burns, while the rest of Hollywood pretends they never saw the smoke.
Okay, hold on. Howdy, Caribbean Queen. Thank you for the hat and mustache, Caribbean Queen. I appreciate it. Thank all of you. Listen, I was just about to ask. So, just listen to this. So, is Jada like a female Puffy? Or did maybe? Is that where we at? Shiki, thank you for the rose. Thank you for keeping us powered up. It sounds like it. And maybe that's why she's riding for Diddy so much. That's why she may be taking up for him, right? All right, y'all, we need 13 different people. 13 different people just send one rose. And then that'll close out that flash goal, and we'll get back to the friendship necklace. Once again, those who have contributed, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I really, really do. If you enjoy the content and like to make a donation, the CA is in the BIO on my page, or one of my moderators will post it here. Shiki, that is beautiful. Thank you for the swan. I appreciate it. Never seen that before. Thank you. Thank you for that heart, me. I appreciate that, Yvette. How you doing? I'm wondering. It seems like
So let's
she
ask
is.
the question no one else seems to be asking. What if the Smiths aren't just another celebrity family weathering
thank
a
you for that
scandal?
good
What if
afternoon.
they're
I
the living
appreciate
embodiment
that,
of the
Yvette.
exact culture Diddy's trial is exposing? A culture where loyalty is performative, where freedom is just another word for secrecy, and where the people who preach love the loudest are the ones with the most to hide. Because when you look at the pattern, the lawsuits, the NDAs, the way their stories only come out when someone else forces them into the light, it starts to feel less like a marriage and more like a machine. One that's very good at spinning gold out of chaos until the chaos becomes too big to contain. And right now, the chaos
It
is
falls
winning.
of an arranged
The question
marriage.
is, how
If it's
long
not
until the
genuine-
Smiths' carefully crafted image collapses under the weight of it? And when it does, who's going to be left standing in the wreckage? And that's where the Smith story starts to feel less like a family drama and more like a blueprint for how the elite operate, where the line between healing and manipulation gets so blurred, you can't tell if they're pioneers or predators. Let's
Right.
talk about the psychedelics, because this isn't just about Jada introducing her teenage son to what she calls plant medicine as a cure for depression.
So he put his hands on females, put his hands on
That's Mark Curry
producers,
talking.
executives.
Thank you. I
That's-
appreciate
that's just
that.
his-
Thank you for
was
stopping
his-
by. You know
I
you
guess
welcome
that's
here
what the whole
anytime,
name
sis.
Bad boy comes
Anytime.
from, that people don't really understand. What is it? What is a bad boy? What
Jeannie
makes-
said, "Nah, that's
why
a
did he
lavender
choose that
marriage."
name.
Facts.
You know, like he never really gave a
I
clear
honestly believe that.
definition of how he feels about that name.
It's about the way she frames it, like some revolutionary act of maternal care. While the rest of the world watches young stars like Jaden spiral into behaviors that look less like enlightenment and more like a cry for help, Jada's been open about her own struggles, her crippling battles with mental health, how these substances saved her when therapy and medication failed. And sure, on the surface it sounds noble, even brave. But then you hear Jaden, now 25, casually mentioning that his mom was the first to bring magic mushrooms into the family dynamic, that it trickled down until everyone found their own way in. How convenient that the same substances Jada credits with her rebirth are the ones her son, who's faced his own public struggles with erratic
All right,
behavior,
I got you,
says he
sister.
turned
Stay
2 at an
dangerous.
age
I
when
got
most
you. Let's
kids are
give
still
it up.
figuring out
Y'all go and follow
And let's not forget Will's
Yvette
own admissions.
77
14 ayahuasca sessions in 2 years. A quest for
9311.
ego dissolution that he
She's one
claims
of
gave
our
him the
family,
strength to
extended
handle
family
anything
members
life could throw
with
at him.
straight facts.
But
Y'all
here's the
go
thing
and follow
about
her.
ego
Great woman.
dissolution.
Great
It
woman.
doesn't just dissolve the bad parts. It dissolves the boundaries, the instincts, and the very things that keep a person from crossing lines they can't uncross. So when Terrence Howard starts talking about the puffy parties, about men losing their man card in exchange for access and approval, you have to wonder, how different are those gatherings from the ones the Smiths host in their own home? Because Howard didn't just hint at a culture of compromise. He flat out said that once you give up that card, you don't get it back. And if that's the price of entry in certain circles, what does it say about a family that spent decades moving through those same spaces, preaching freedom while their inner circle keeps getting smaller, their stories more guarded, their legal threats more aggressive?
Been afraid of coming forward. They've been afraid of what he could potentially do to them within the industry, what he could do to them professionally, maybe even personally. And so, yes, it's been a dark secret they've held on to for a very, very long time.
Now let's talk about Bryce Gray, because his name is the one that ties all of this together in a way that should make your skin crawl. Here's a young man who was mentored by Will Smith, who got his big break on Empire because of Will's connections, who called Will a brother and a guide. And now he's the one sitting in jail, his career in ruins, his personal life a mess of domestic violence charges so severe his ex-wife had to flee for her safety. The official story? Gray's just another troubled talent who couldn't handle fame. But then you hear the whispers. The blind items claiming Diddy and Will forced him into those freak-off sessions, the ones where the rules of consent apparently didn't apply. You hear about the $50 million lawsuit he's allegedly preparing, the one that would finally put names to the stories that have been swirling for years. And you have to ask, what turns a kid with potential into a man so broken he's lashing out at the people closest to him? Because if Gray's crimes are the symptom, what's the disease? And how much of it was planted the moment Will Smith brought him into a world where mentorship might have been code for something far darker? This is where the Smiths' legacy starts to feel less like a story of love and more like a cautionary tale about what happens when you raise a family in the shadows of power.
Thank you for that dreamy
Jade's public
stream,
struggles with substances,
Shiki.
Willow's declaration that she's polyamorous at 20.
I appreciate
the way
that,
their
bestie.
table talk conversations about loving and freedom sound less like wisdom and more like rationalization. They're not just personal choices. They're the logical endpoint of a household where the rules were always fluid, where authenticity meant never having to say you're sorry, and where the adults in the room spent years telling the world they were rewriting the script on marriage, on parenting, on what it means to be a family. But here's the part that should haunt you. If this is what they're willing to admit to, the psychedelics, the open relationships, the entanglements, what are they still hiding? Because the Smiths didn't just live in Hollywood. They thrived in the parts of it that operate in the dark, where the real currency isn't money or fame, but silence. And silence, as we're learning from Diddy's trial, is the one thing these circles can't afford to buy anymore. So let's leave you with this. When the dust settles on the lawsuits and the memoirs and the carefully staged comebacks, what's going to be left of the Smiths' legacy?
Finley.
A family that redefined love, or one that
Sister
proved how
Charlie Mack,
easily
Will,
love can be
and Diddy
weaponized?
S.A. Bashir.
Because right now,
He
the
said
only thing we know for sure is that the more they talk about freedom, the more it sounds like a cage. And the real question isn't whether they'll survive this storm. It's who they'll drag down with them when it's over. Drop a comment below. Do you think the Smiths are victims of their own honesty, or architects of a story that was never meant to see the light? And if you're hungry for the truth behind Hollywood's darkest secrets, make sure you're subscribed, because this is just the beginning. Stay fierce, stay curious, and remember, some doors shouldn't be opened without a witness. We'll see you in the next one.
Hey, let's give it up to Celeb Live once again. Delivering, bringing that work, you know, and it ain't nothing we haven't talked about or discussed on here. Told people. I mean, and again, I don't really know if it's because it's coming from us. I don't know. I don't know how they're missing the message, but as you see, this thing goes on, and I'll tell you something that gets me too is the way that Will kissed Jaden. You could tell like Jaden was uncomfortable with that. It's almost like when Diddy kissed Chance, the way he was looking at her, and I think we saw that over on think that was Big Mel. I mean, not Big Mel. I'm sorry, Big Mel. Big Mike's broadcast at the time. He had shown that over there, but she was uncomfortable. And one of the things that we've often stated that is also detrimental and harmful to these kids is when their parents is participating in these type of activities, and it becomes like a current thing because they grow up seeing it so much that it becomes like a current, I mean, like a common thing for them, right? And now then they go and start committing the same sinister acts as the parents. So I'm just saying, I think it's crazy. Let's give it up to Jenny. It says she watched 200 minutes of our lives. Now, I'm telling you, these numbers is off when it comes to her. I can vouch for her. That's 200 is nowhere. She probably did that last year, year before, you know. But yeah, shout out to you, sis. All right, y'all. Listen, we're gonna transition to the third and final segment for today. I haven't seen this either. Jenny said, TT has always been my op. Hey, mine too. Hey, we one in the same family, right? So, listen, we're going to close it out on this. However, I haven't heard it, but just given the headline, I'm going to put a disclaimer on this one too. For the simple fact, it looks like this portion may be talking about the kids in the industry and what they had to go through or what they have to go through. I don't know. I haven't seen it. All right? I haven't seen it, but let me go ahead and pull it up so we can give the video credit to who it belongs to. Oh, yeah, I do. Noah Jacob TV. Shout out to Noah Jacob TV. All right? Let's give it up to Jenny. It says sister sent her 100 comments, 100th comment to the live. Again, I think that's plenty more. But hey, you know, his brother does an awesome show too. But Noah Jacobs TV, we give it up to him. And the headline or the title of this one is Raven Simone reveals how demons corrupt child actors on Disney. Now, we've spoke extensively about Disney. Again, I have to admit, my family and I, we absolutely enjoyed our time in Disney World. And I also have to say that I absolutely did not know what I know now about Disney at the time we was there. Jenny said Erica Kirk was part of Disney too. Shiki says, so did we. You see what I'm saying? It's a great, listen, you've been there, Shiki. So you'll vouch for me, right? When you get out of your car and you get in that line outside of Disney World, and then you get on the ferry, because y'all got to understand, see, some people think that you just drive into Disney World. Like, yeah, the sign is there. This is welcome to Disney's Magic Kingdom and all that. It's there. You drive into that. But see, here's the thing. When you drive into that, you're not at Disney World yet. You have to walk, get in line, catch a ferry, and then you ride the ferry across this lake, and then it takes you to Disney World. Now you're at the actual theme park. But it's something in the words that I didn't know then that I know now. Yeah, they call it the Magic Kingdom, and that's appropriately titled because it is magical at the feeling that it gives you. Bella B said, not in Paris, not in Paris, France. Oh, y'all don't have the lake to go. You don't have to. Y'all don't have to ride on a ferry to get to the park. The one in Florida, we do. And it's great. She said, nope. Oh, see, they just letting y'all come right on in there, boy. But it is magical. You have the greatest time of your life Yes, Lori, in Orlando. Correct. A Kissimmee, however you put it. But yeah, same thing. Yeah. That's the one I'm talking about. And now I think about that and it's like, man, not only is it so magical, but like, yes, Jenny, thank you. Casting spells, it's seriously, it's legit like that. And again, we didn't know nothing about the bodies being, you know, what it is there. I want to also make. I told y'all I didn't know none of this stuff about Disney at the time we went. All right, now that I know, like I said, we won't be going back. It's a one and done. All right. Even we went to Universal Studios too while we were down, and I got to do my research on that. I don't know if we can go back there either, um, but nah, though at the end of the night, I think it's like 9:45. Forgive me, I might be wrong on the time, y'all. It's been like 2-3 years, right? But Lori said, now I got to go digging. Yes, Disney is not, and I'm talking about even when we were little, the things we were seeing on Disney, and even to now, the things that they're showing, it was not good for us. We as kids, we shouldn't have been watching it, but I know our parents didn't know, and I'm telling you all right now that are parents, don't let your kids watch it. Don't do that. You're doing them a disservice if you do that. At the end, I think it's like 9:45 at night. Shiki, you might remember, or anybody else that's been to Disney World, y'all may know. But I think it's 9:45. They start doing this, but it's like when the park is getting ready to close. Like they do this firework and this show at the end, and it's like, wow! I tell y'all what, I don't know if it's gonna let me do it, but I'm gonna try to find it and I'm gonna post it on my page here. Okay, I'll try to do it. Now I may have to cut it because I think it's like 15 minutes long. But all right, so y'all be looking for that. I'm gonna show you. It's so magical, and I mean to see see Rudy's face just light up, and to see that, and then it was just great. It was a great time, and now I get what was going on now, and it's like, wow. Let me just put it to you like this. Bella B said, yeah, they do it every night. Exactly. Like I think it's like 9:45 or something. I think it was like 9 because I remember we had just we finally found out where Mickey was, and we finally was able to, and Rudy was the last kid, but she was able to take a picture with Mickey Mouse. And we was trying to find Minnie, but we couldn't find her. But yeah, so I think it's like 9:45. Then we went outside and we saw the fireworks show and all of that. Yeah, it's beautiful. Energy harvesting. Yeah, and you don't even know it. You have no clue. You just know it is the greatest, most spectacular fun you've ever had, and you don't know what's going on with you. But and it's almost like a casino too, because for those of you that's been to casinos before, you notice they keep it dark in there. You notice that there's no clocks in the casino. You'll never see a clock in the casino because they don't want you to know how late it is. They don't want you to care about the time. They just want you to keep spending the money, right? And here's the thing: as long as you playing, well, at the one we went to, as long as you're playing the games, then the drinks are free. Well, if you're on vacation and you're an adult, and I mean you're not like a drinker, but you're a social drinker. But then they're saying it's free as long as you playing. Oh, you listen. Y'all, I'm gonna say this and then we'll get into the third and final segment. I'll let you all have your day. All right. Y'all, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Hey, thank you for the roses. I appreciate that. The DJ, Shy Rich, I appreciate that. Tater said you go overboard. Look, yeah, you do. You do. Listen, Tater, listen to me. Look, the drinks was like I said, they free. You at the game that you playing on, they got the menu, and I mean they do you right. You can have milkshake, you can have pop, or you can have adult beverage. I'm an adult beverage kind of guy, right? Thank you for the heart me. I appreciate that. DJ Shy Rich. And so I'm hitting the button, I'm playing the game, I'm drinking. I done had so much. Thank you for the friendship necklaces. I appreciate that, Lord. I forgot about the gold. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, bestie. I had so much fun on the game. And I was just, taking them to the head. They free. Y'all, I was in the middle of the game, and your boy done fell asleep at the game. I'm talking about I was straight. When I finally woke up, the game was over. The only thing I can think of is that somebody came and played the game while I was asleep and just left me sitting there. Crazy work, man. But yeah, you got to be careful. But that's kind of what this is too. Like you'll lose track of time. You'll lose track of how much money you spending at Disney World because you're having so much fun. You're having so much fun. But now that we know what it's about, I'm not telling you. I want to tell you not to go, but I mean, I'm not in a position to tell you. You're an adult. You do what you want to do, and it's your life. But all I'm just let me put it like this, because I don't want to rob anybody of the experience that it is, because it is that, hands down, it is that. But I want to make sure I put it to you this way: if you decide to go, if you decide to take your kids or your family and stuff like that, and they've never experienced, okay, I got you on that. Just be mindful of what lurks in that park. Just be mindful of what it stands for. Just be mindful of what lurks in that park. Just be mindful of what it stands for. Just be mindful. We actually go live over there and don't have a show here. So you do well to go over and subscribe to our channel so you stay in the loop.
What's good, fam? So in this video right here.
You do well to go over and subscribe to our channel so you stay in the loop.
What's good, fam? So in this video right here.
Oh, good. We're here.
There's so much.
Why do you think the Disney Channel alumni end up the way they are? That was your original question to me.
If you want to, I mean, Nickelodeon. There's a.
I can't touch a topic I don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah, but there's a. Well, here's what I want to say. Again, because I know only a few adult actors that have come through as children.
Here's my grandson. He hung up. I was gonna let y'all
they're
say hey
good.
to him.
Some are completely out of the business. Some of
Oh,
them,
there he is. He's
God
back.
rest their soul, aren't with us anymore.
Okay,
and
hold on.
some
Let me
of
bring
them
you up.
are doing good.
And are
Hold on. I'm gonna pause the broadcast. Okay, here you go. Say hey to him, grandson. All right. G-Pop love you. I'll call you back, okay? Bye-bye. All right, yeah. Sorry.
Are scarred from the industry and will never come back. Yeah.
So I mean, look, there's a ton of stuff. I mean,
Am I frozen?
There's stealing of the person's money. There's like the thing of you don't even know what you're on.
Thank you,
You're on
Deb.
a-
I
you're on a
appreciate
set,
that.
Like you don't even.
I'll tell him when
remember
I call
that
him
part.
back,
I
Bella B.
remember
You said
before
that.
6. So if you did 5 years on a show, you don't remember it.
Yeah.
There's money.
I tell him that,
stealing,
sis.
There's the pressures of fame.
Okay, I don't know
you're
what happened. It
11,
might have been
but
'cause
you're
I
really
answered his phone
37.
call.
You know what I mean? And it's like there's access to drugs. We
love TikTok shop.
Access to sex.
Yeah, I mean it's sick, but there's pedos, there's all types of shit, you know, and I haven't seen that shit. But like you hear more and more now, and they're like the darkness, and then if you want to go dark, it's like how dark do you want to go?
How dark do you want to go?
Well, I mean, like there is some occultism shit. I mean, it's up
a
to you.
lot of shit.
And it's up to you to decide what you want to share. So I think that people come out of it, you know, I applaud them because I could almost cry. Like I worked with Amanda when she was 16 years old.
Dang.
And I'm sorry.
I love me some Amanda.
She's so sweet.
She's super sweet. I
She's
talk to her
so
now.
sweet.
I talk to her every now and then now
I
because
would
I
love
want
to
to go like
contact
this.
her.
I want to go like this. Come here. Come here into my black southern arms and give me a hug, mama. Because
Thank you, Bella B, for the trumpet.
She's going through it, you guys. She's going through it.
I don't know what happened to her. And I just remember how sweet she was and all of the different, I didn't even know that was going to happen to me. Like she was the epitome of sun. And I don't know what she's going through. And the business does that. And I know, but there's other people, like you're so shiny and it's beautiful. And then there's like my buddy Corey. Corey's been in it since he's 3. He's seen
the world that we are in.
And he's
trigger warning, y'all. Remember,
doing good.
Yeah. I will say this. I wasn't able to be friends with her at her height and time.
Right, sis.
And you guys both had a similar height?
We had a
at the
similar
same
height at a similar time, and I wanted to work with her
Billy,
so bad.
absolutely pure evil.
It just didn't pan out. And then when I saw everything that happened, I was like, I need to reach out to her. I know she doesn't know me from Adam. We did a couple of things. Like we did TRL together, and then we did a magazine cover together, whatever. But people like that, we just need to go and hug. We don't need to make fun of. We don't need to perpetuate whatever's going on with them. And I feel like that's the part that hurts me the most about Hollywood and the way that we've set up how to speak to celebrities. When we fall, when stars fall, we tend to laugh and point and say, I knew it, instead of realizing that there is a lot of shit that we have to manage that not a normal brain is used to managing.
Thank you for the lives,
Beyond
Billy. I
true.
appreciate
It's
that.
like, but people look at it, you know.
Jenny says they need more protection.
There's a
from
jealousy
child stars.
there.
I
There's
agree,
an
sis.
not understanding there. It's like
Wholeheartedly.
if some people are jealous, you don't know what somebody gave up. No one handed anyone anything, and if they
Shout
did,
out to Finley's
Lana
Unique
Turner, the
Design
only person
says
ever heard
you
of
have
getting
been part
in
of
a
the fan
coffee
club
shop.
for a month. Thank you for
You
that
still have to
support, your continued
maintain.
support.
So you can get a break. It doesn't mean you're gonna last 30 years. And the amount of hats, I used to tell them, like when I did Ghost Whisperer, J Love would have she would direct the episode when she towards the end of it. She was managing her house, looking over 2 scripts, figuring out what she was going to wear to the Emmys.
You like to donate.
Just
this is
got
it right
her
here.
trainer done with them.
Right there.
Was doing a fashion line and still had time to order Chick-fil-A Friday for the whole crew.
But you forgot that she also has to manage home life and family members and drama with that and friends.
And avoid paparazzi. And I was like,
And pay taxes.
She had 9. She had a fuckload of taxes. She would wear 9 hats before noon, and I'm like, people don't realize. And she's an actress, and she's on the cover of Maxim, and every guy's trying to get on her fucking ass, and it's like the amount of minds that she overstepped. It was incredible, and I'm like. That's what you're saying. It's like, and to be, you know, like Amanda.
So I just want to touch on this part that they didn't happen to touch on yet. This is my first time even watching this video. Like, y'all are getting my genuine reaction. But he was mentioning a lot of things that Raven could have even touched on. Some of the things that stood out was, first off, the occult. Second off, them being so young and having access to drugs and sex. Third off, being surrounded by pedos.
Hold on, y'all. This is, again, we want to make sure we cover all we don't want anybody to be left out. A lot of these higher ups and people that are in high positions at Disney, they did throw parties. And I'm basing this off some of the things that some Disney stars have said. They did throw parties where there were older men there, and it had D-rugs and drinks there, and the kids was provided with that so that the older men could have their way with the people that wasn't the age of consent. And that's boys and girls.
Another, being famous at such a young age. These are all things that aren't even meant really for adults. Drugs out of the picture. High level of fame, we're really not meant to have that unless we're giving it to God. It's way too much pressure for one human
Say that,
being
Noah.
that's going to lead towards, it can lead to anxiety, lead to so many different things. You get what I'm saying? You can end up becoming the laughing stock. No human being is meant to be enduring that type of thing. And they're going through that they were talking about like 5 years old, 5 to 11. And that's why we end up seeing Amanda in the news, being found downtown Los Angeles, deranged. Just came across multiple TikToks that you might have seen also of this one kid that was on Ned's Declassified being found homeless and a drug addict.
This is
And
for
I'm just saying that
educational
because
purposes
it's
only,
sad,
TikTok.
and it's like a real life situation. So when people are going into the industry like this, it's like demonic entities that are literally taking advantage of these little kids. Like literally, they know exactly what they're doing. They're just taking advantage, making their money, and then spitting them out. It's actually wild, and it's even good to see Raven Simone having like a level-headed conversation for real.
A love came up as a young actress, and you did too. It's like to do that at 15. So it's I always say the most hardest thing to be in this business, and you correct me, is to be a young actress, because everybody wants to use you and then they want to discard you. And if you can pull through that, when I see Helen Mirren, I'm like, God bless you. How'd you do it?
Oh my God, she's so good.
Yeah.
I want to add to it because I'm not saying that you're wrong. What I'm saying is when you're a young actor coming up in the industry,
yeah, young boy too.
You also hit this section in your career where do I move forward or do I wait and go away? And that comes when the sexual aspect of do they see me as sexy comes, right?
What is that?
Meaning, so Amanda did Maxim.
But she had to be 18.
But still, she was a child star. And then you have to make that bridge into adulthood, which is, are you attractive to us? And you already have that thought process when you're younger. You know what I mean? So that's why you have
There's TikTok shop fully.
moments in
Absolutely,
child
Caribbean
stars' careers. We're like, why did they do that? But they're trying to be sexy and they're trying to do that. So not only do you have to wear all those hats, but you also let's break it down for the people that aren't in the industry. You're going to high school. The high school that you're going to, most of the time, you started off with those people in kindergarten. And you're growing up. By the time you get to high school, that's when you get puberty. That's when things start to look awkward. But
This is
thank
for
goodness you're
educational
just in your
purposes
high
only,
school,
TikTok.
but
Please
you
stay
know
out
the
of our
drama
lives. Leave
that
us
comes
alone.
with that moment. When you get boobs for the first time, it's like, oh my God, I don't want to show it. Now imagine that with the whole world watching. It's just the whole world watching you go through that day when you get your period for the first time and you have to be on a red carpet and everyone's looking at you. Or pick a problem, pick a childhood growth and then put it in front of the camera. And that was when I was growing up. Now it's like Instagram and TikTok. Do it again on small screen and big screen and tell me that you're normal in the brain. Tell me you're normal in the brain. Prove it. I dare to prove it. You're not. You can't be. It's impossible. And like you said a little bit a while ago, you're 11 on a show, but then you're expected to be 35. You know what I mean? And people are like, well, the brain can't handle that. The brain will do anything in order to survive. The brain will change its dynamic and its growth pattern in order to survive. And at 11 years old, please, not everybody does this, but I know that I did it, and I know a lot of people that I grew up in the industry did it. We knew that we were on $1 million shows, and if we didn't show up, we ruined something. The pressure comes. At 11 years old, somebody that's not in the industry, you don't go to school. Oh, you're sick. You're fine. You don't go to work.
Wow.
You don't go to what? Now it's different, though. Now it's extremely different, and I'm learning this new generation. You can be
what
sick
update?
and not show up to
Hold
work.
on. Bella B said they keep showing an update on the screen. I didn't see it. Y'all seeing the update? It could remember I was telling y'all at the beginning, it allegedly was saying that the platform is supposed to get a new thing. Yeah. Finley said no, she's not getting it. Yeah, I'm not seeing it over here either. Um they may be trying to change your account over already, Bella B. Yeah, you may have missed it in the opening of the show, but a friend of mine, and I mean a personal friend, like I know her, like, you know, she's a friend. It's not somebody I just met on here, but I know her in my personal life. Not like that. I'm just saying that she's a person I know I can trust. But she had made a video this morning, was talking about, TT was saying that they were going to start a new app because apparently it's going to be just like for America, something like that. But in any event, you had to re-download that app or download the new app in order to keep your account. And because she was saying she's not going to do it. She's not going to do it. So that may be what they're doing to you. Bella B said not in Portugal. Oh, you're in Portugal? Portugal. I don't think it's going to affect y'all. I'm not sure. I would definitely look into it, Bella B, because this platform be doing some weird stuff, man. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm just going to be straight up with you. I did not know you was in Portugal.
Wow.
Welcome.
You can do
At
that.
11?
You can do that, and you can call a therapist and like, I don't feel good because this person said something. I want the culture. You can do that now. Was that allowed back in the day?
No.
Never.
No. Oh, Raven, she's being a little diva. 12-year-old
It started popping
bitch.
up yesterday.
I got my whole shit is fucked
I
up
will
now
check
because
into it
she
to
didn't
make sure
come
y'all
on
are not
Thursday to the
having the
set.
same thing.
So now I
It's a
can't go to
person.
Palm Springs this weekend because we got to do a pickup shot.
Now you can call in sick to a show.
Wow.
And
Right,
it's not
Finley.
judged like
Exactly.
that. I'm not
Finley.
used to that. That's the world I grew up in, yo.
Welcome in,
That
Carrie.
is so different. And here's the good news that it's happening.
Yeah.
Here's the bad news.
That it's
Don't take advantage of it.
Oh, they will.
Because that's the thing. Is like, see, part of me loves the fact that you had that pressure on yourself because
It stuck with me forever.
you're strong.
I'm a strong
You know
ass
what I mean? Like, you know, like Drew. I consider Drew is
strong.
Drew is a keystone of our business. And then I just had Tori on. Tori, keystone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but should the life been a little easier on Drew and Tori? Yes, it should.
Yes, it should have.
Yes, it
Yes, it should have.
So did you probably get maybe a little less than Drew and Tori? Maybe, maybe not. You know what I mean?
But I
But now it's going to be, say it. But now it's good, but I don't want people to go overboard. Am I making sense?
No, you're making sense to me. What I was going to say is that mine was probably as strong because I was a black girl trying to make it in the
extra.
industry.
You got extra.
I had a little extra. You know what I mean? I had an
extra.
extra bunch of people on
And
my back
people
saying,
put that shit on you. NAACP. Oh, here's our hero.
You gotta
She's
go through.
13. Oh, blaze it, girl. You know
gotta
what I mean?
go through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what Drew and Tori went through should never happen to anybody. And again, I'm not saying that this new generation is doing the wrong thing. I'm saying that it's just going to create a different kind of human now.
Yeah, no, it is good. I mean,
Shout out to Raven Simone for even opening up.
Having an Amanda.
Lori,
sitch
thank you
that
for
we
that
should at all
trumpet. I
costs.
appreciate that.
And so it's just wild that you just said that. Like, I'm thinking, like, you're right. Imagine 2003.
We got
People's
6 more
Choice.
on board. We
You're
need
on the red
6
carpet.
more
For
trumpets.
me, it was different for me than it was for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm like, you got yours, but like I had already lived, and I'm a dude, so it's like
it's different. I love Amanda, and I'm rooting for her, and she's rooting for herself, which I love.
Good.
And I think the culture of children in Hollywood is going to change, and I really
God
hope
child,
it does.
welcome in.
And I will never put
Love
my kids
that
in the
handle.
industry before the age of 18. If they want to be in it, they have to. If I have kids, they have to wait.
That says a lot.
I want you to go through school. I want you to have a version of yourself that isn't performative for massive amounts of people.
Hey, I think that might be a good
mention
idea
your co-star.
for people to wait. Kids to wait.
Well, I love Orlando. I did a movie called Max Keeble's Big Move.
I watched it.
I think it was right before you guys started doing your show.
Yeah.
I think he said, like, I just did this pilot. I'm going to do this. I think he was like 12 in 32-year-old man's body and brain. He's so much like you.
Yes.
And
Thank you, Caribbean Queen. I
he was
appreciate
like,
that.
I just did this pilot
Thank
Disney
you, thank
because he
you,
was doing
thank you.
movies. Like, I don't want to. I'm going Disney Channel, whatever. And then he did. He was so funny.
He's so good.
And a lot of kids came out of that movie, Josh Peck and him. And I know you guys have a lot of history, and I know that online, he came to my 40th birthday,
Aww.
which is crazy.
Look at him doing good deeds.
He came, and I had at the club on Sunset. What's the name of that club? You know the club. It was at the top of Sunset across from Balboa, and he rolled in. I think he was, how old are you, 40?
I'm 40.
How old was I? 13. Okay, so he's old. He was old enough.
Yeah, he was probably old
And
enough.
I think he was smoking a fatty
Per
inside. And he always makes me laugh. But
God,
he's going
child,
through
thank you
some
for that
stuff,
heart.
and I gotta talk
I appreciate
to him.
that.
But you
talk to him for me.
Really?
Give it up for God's child. God's child just reached level 3 of our fam club. We appreciate that love and support.
Maybe like 35, because I'm 20. I'm about to be 25. I didn't think she was like 15 years older than me, because I was watching her when I was probably like 6,
Oh, it's
7,
not
8.
letting me tag you.
She looked like she was probably like 10. You know what I'm saying? 10 on the show. But hey, it's wild what these kids on these shows go through, and it's wild what these adults even allow them to go through. And then I also even think about the parents. It's like, did the parents just really not care at all, or were the parents just like, oh, putting money over their children at that point? It's just crazy how much idolization goes on when it comes to humans, whether it's like greed, putting money above people. But at the end of the day, what we all need is realistically God. You get what I'm saying? And a lot of this will be eliminated, but it's just humans. You know what I'm saying? It's the way humans are. And none of the fault goes on Raven at all. She was young and she was put in that situation, and she did the best that she could do just to survive throughout the entire thing. So comment down below your thoughts on the situation, even Hollywood and Disney Channel in a whole. I do enjoy reading your comments. Smash the like button, subscribe, turn on post notifications. I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
Facts. Yo, let's give that up for Noah Jacobs TV. It's a great young brother. Great young brother. And let's give it up to Raven Simone. Like, real spill. It's hard seeing Raven Simone in this way and hear her talk like this. And not anything against her. The thing that make it hard for me is the fact that I just always remember this little girl as Olivia on Cosby Show. And how good and bubbly and cute she was then. And then when we hear things like she just shared, it's like, was she going at the time? Was she having to endure these kind of things on the Cosby Show? Caribbean Queen said, "Yeah, me too." Bella B said, "Exactly." Y'all feel me? Like it really hurt. Because let's face it, she was so adorable, right? She was so adorable. But then when you hear this and it make you think back, like, wait a minute, was this going on at that time? And if so, why didn't anyone protect her? And if so, did Bill know about this? You know? Hey niece, how you doing? Welcome in. Y'all go and follow my niece Jaslyn. How's everything going? The family doing okay, love? Godchild said she was cute as a button. Yes, she was. She really was. And she kept that energy and all of that, right? Like she was definitely Florida boy. My man says protect who? We're talking about when Raven Simone was actually a child on the Cosby Show. We were saying we wonder because she was just sharing how demonic Disney is for kids that were like on Disney Channel shows and stuff like that, and a lot of demonic things that they had to endure. And we was just saying we wonder, was she having to go through these things back then? And if so, like, why didn't anybody protect her? You know? Jasmine said we're doing great. Awesome. Thank you, Lord. I appreciate that. All praises to God. I'm glad. Hold on, y'all. I need to go and get something real quick before we close out the show. Yeah, that's what Raven was on there. Yeah, true. Florida Boy 904 said money. And usually that's the root of all evil. You are so right. All right, y'all, hold on one second. Let me see. Are we back? All right, there we go. We back on. All right, y'all. Let me go and grab this graphic real quick. Yeah, Bella B, it's heartbreaking. Tasia said, Tater said exactly. Like it's and again, even with Arnold and making their shows and things, and it's just like, man, like I never, I just wouldn't have been able to let that be right there. All right, y'all, let's get that right there. Um, I want to cordially take this time to invite everyone over to go on Twitch and follow I'm not G, that's my own. Follow MC3 SFT9. That's my little brother's account over there. That's his channel. Please go over there and start subscribe to him so you can keep up with our Outlaw Championship Wrestling Alliance show. Yeah, that's the card for tonight. It's a big night. It's a big night lined up. In fact, it's also an important night because tonight we actually will crown OCWA, and this is in real life and in video game, but OCWA's very first ever women's tag team champions. So it's going to be a historic night. You can come in, have fun with us. It's not family fun. It's nothing crazy or anything like that. Lori said she'll be there. All right, bestie. Make sure you bring my homie with you too. Now, I need my homie Reaper in there with you as well. But thank you for supporting. I really do. I really do appreciate that. And you all make sure you go over there. Just like I said, it's only like an hour and a half, 2 hours. It's a great escape, y'all. It's a great escape. It's fun. We interact on there. We talk on there. Like I said before, it's like an extension of the show. It's an extension of hashtag I'm going to say it. We just genuinely go over there and be cool with each other and talk, and we enjoy the entertainment. Yeah, it's a video game, but if you like pro wrestling, it's pro wrestling on video game. We literally, some of us, not all of us, but some of us are actually wrestlers or former wrestlers. And we basically take our career and put it in a video game. Bella B says, sorry, I'll be sleep. Hey, that's okay. Listen, do this. Go ahead and get your sleep, girl. I understand. Get your sleep. But just go ahead and follow the channel or subscribe to his channel. And then you can watch the replay when you wake up. I get it. We're on totally different time zones. So, hey, you get a pass. But if you still would like to join in or watch, you can still do it that way. You can just go subscribe to his channel and then, She said, I'll see it tomorrow morning. Okay. Go on Twitch. And my sister just put the page you're looking for, the account you're looking for, MC3SFT9. All right. And so we'll be looking for it on there. Well, we won't be looking for it, but you can watch it because the time different. So nobody will be there, but you can watch it. All right. Hey, thank y'all for joining me for another episode of hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, y'all. Another great day in the newsroom. Shout out to my moderators for working hard. Y'all always do. Shout out to y'all for that. That's right, Lori. KK2 belts. I think she actually, does she defend? I think it might be a number one contender. No, she does. She has to defend both. But when she wrestles tonight, both of her championships is on the line, right? So she's got it. We can't take no shorts or no losses. She's got to win, But y'all come and join in with us, have fun with us, cheer on my baby girl, Kaylin. as we call it, KK Two Belt. Y'all come in and cheer her on. Sis, thank you for posting that there. If you'd like to make a donation or whatever, if you feel it in your heart to make a donation, you can go on our CA, and Jenny just put the account you would like to donate to is right there. We appreciate that. We appreciate that. We appreciate all of you that gave and gifts and uplifts. We appreciate it. Y'all are gifters and uplifters. Thank you so much. And all of you that stuck around with us and hung out today and listened. Hey, y'all are the guests of honor, right? Again, what we tell them, sis, your presence is a gift to us, and it's a gift that we are eternally grateful for. And so thank you so much. Thank you so much. We pray that you come back. If you enjoyed the content, if you enjoyed your time here, we ask that you go and subscribe. Hey, we got 3 more trumpets on the clock. We got 3 more before we close out. Let's go ahead and get those 3 trumpets in and knock out that gift and gold before we end this, all right? Y'all, come on, take us through there. Take us through there. We just need 3 more. 3 more trumpets on the clock, and that'll close out this gift and gold for the day. All right? I appreciate y'all. Lori, I appreciate you. I appreciate that. All right? Lori sent 2. Lori sent 2. Who got us? We need 2 more on the clock. Who got us? Who will take us across that finish line? Bella Beat, baby. Thank you so much. Thank you. You and Lori, I appreciate it. Anybody else that contributed to it, thank you all for closing out that goal for us. Thank you so much. We are so grateful. Our gratuity is endless to you all for that. We'll be back tomorrow for another edition of Hashtag I'm Gonna Say It, and I'm sure we'll have some things that's going across the wire that we'll have to bring to you. Again, I do know that some of the things we covered today it's hard. It's hard. But listen, we got to have these conversations that are hard to have. We've got to do it in order to enlighten others. Because a lot of the times, a lot of us have been just walking around life with the wool pull over our head when it comes to the entertainment industry. A lot of the times we just think these people are good people. We only get to see they make them look flawless in public. We see the rich, the wealth, the riches, the wealth, the houses, the cars and stuff. And all the while, there's some demonic energy behind that. And as I told you all before, one of the reasons I do this stuff is because, listen, I've got cousins that was famous in the music industry. I got a son who is currently in the acting business, in the movie business. I have a daughter who is wanting to be a dancer, right? Not like in an adult club. I'm talking about like rap videos, music videos, and stuff like that. So, you know, I want to make sure that I can say not only did they get this talk, In fact, they probably thank you all for coming and letting me talk to y'all, so they don't have to. Because I'm constantly giving it to them, right? And but it's sticking, But I also want to make sure I'm saving your kids too. Some of you all have children that are aspiring to be actors or singers or whatever, and we need to make sure that you can convey to them that, hey, listen, you got to be mindful of what's going on in there. In that industry or over there. You get me? You have to be, because if you go in with blinders, it's going to eat you up. It's going to spit you out. And that could be detrimental. That will be very detrimental. So we want to make sure we're continuously doing that, all right? And we won't stop here. Again, make sure you go and follow our channel or subscribe to our channel on YouTube, G Smooth 404, because sometimes, y'all, what we talk about, we can't talk about here. We go over there and do it. Dimple Cheek is right. Can't be naive. Exactly. Do y'all know that a lot of these their parents were naive, or they didn't know, and so they would allow their kids to go in the rooms with these people by themselves, and while they're out in another room, they are violating their kids. So like she said, you can't be naive. Dimple Cheeks hit the nail right on the head. You cannot be naive, y'all. And so that's why we got to do this, and we're gonna continue doing it. All right. And if you don't like it, you can keep scrolling. If you come in and you be disrespectful and you don't like what we're doing, hey, I don't wish you no bad luck, but keep scrolling. And when you're scrolling, I hope you pull ligaments in your thumb. This has been your self-proclaimed favorite news reporter, Mr. Breaking News, signing off from the newsroom. Hey, remember, y'all, get your 12 jewels. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, help you achieve freedom, justice, equality, food, clothing, and shelter. And after this, love, peace, and happiness. Hey, I love you all to life. Peace and blessings to you all. Have a good day.